G'day, Trooper Cody with a Ned Kelly story. Ned Kelly meets Randolph Scott. When on earth could Ned Kelly have ever met Randolph Scott? Well, Randolph Scott made a movie and it's called 7 Men From Now. And the thing about this movie that just makes me laugh so much is when the movie starts, it's the middle of night. It's pitch black. It's the middle of nowhere. It's hammering down with rain and thunder and lightning is flashing across the sky. What on earth has that got to do with Ned Kelly? Well, you see, what happens is Randolph Scott sees a campfire and he wanders up to the campfire. There's 2 guys sheltering from the rain. Randolph Scott has a bit of a chat with them and then he shoots them. Shoots them both. Bang, bang. Shotgun goes bang, bang. Shoots them both. Middle of the night. Thunderstorm. Lightning. Camera pans round. There's 2 horses. Gunfire. Mayhem. Thunder. Lightning. There's 2 horses. Standing just like this. Standing just like Cody. Randolph Scott, who has never seen these horses before, never dealt with these horses before, he wanders up to them, puts the gear on them and rides off. The very next day he comes upon a wagon that's bogged and the horses are in mud and the horses are and the man's whipping and screaming. Randolph Scott gets a rope, puts it on the wagon, leads it along a bit, puts it around the saddle horn of one of the other horses, comes up to his horse and then says, "Let's go, boys." And they pull the wagon out of the mud. Now, okay, Randolph Scott might have been a good rider and he's certainly a damn sight better rider than me, but my point is, you see something like that and you think horses, you just get the wrong impression about horses. You know, you look at Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and you see those horses flat, chat, gallop right alongside a steam train. That didn't happen overnight. That took a lot of practice, desensitizing and getting those horses ready to do that stunt of riding alongside a steam train. So that brings me to Ned Kelly. And what I want to just quickly tell you about is one small part in the lead up to Stringy Bark. So those 4 police officers are going to go off on patrol searching for Ned Kelly. So what do you reckon? They just got together and headed off? No. So what actually happened is Sergeant Kennedy and Constable McIntyre were both stationed at Mansfield Police Station. More than that was going to go though. So Constable Scanlon came from Mooroopna and Constable Lonergan came from Violet Town. Now when I do my Stringy Bark massacre video in detail, we'll talk about them more. But the point of my story is, one constable came from a one-man police station, another constable came from another one-man police station, and then there were the Kennedy and McIntyre were from Mansfield. The 2 officers that came from the one-person stations, when they got to Mansfield to put the patrol together, they had to get there on the Wednesday so that they could then spend 2 full days practicing, getting the horses used to working together, getting the horses used to riding side by side, riding in convoy, riding together. So really, that's where Randolph Scott meets Ned Kelly in the Randolph Scott and 7 Men From Now. Is ridiculous what he does on that horse, whereas the police officers that ended up at Stringy Bark had to spend 2 full days practicing getting their horses ready just to head off and go on a search. That's the reality of horse ownership. Just a quick video, just a quick Ned Kelly video for the Ned Kelly series, something a little different, something you might not have thought about. If you want to see more specifically about Ned Kelly, because I've got to make that Stringy Bark, I've been promising it for so long. We've got to make Stringy Bark, mate. You've got to make it. Make sure you click subscribe, click like, make a comment. Until we meet again. Cheers, cobbers.